have a great show lined up for you. I'm your host, Kim Jacobs, better known as the Balance Doctor. And all of our guests that come on, they're either people that have overcome some tremendous odds in their own lives as they balance this thing called life, or they're experts and they're here to share tips and strategies that will help you better balance and manage your life. Grab your virtual seats and let's get ready for some real, relevant, and relatable content on today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. I'm so excited to have each and every one of you tuned in on this evening and excited that we have something special that we're celebrating. We are celebrating some people that are going to bringing value to the world. I consider it bringing better balance to the world, one household at a time, through their new talk shows. So y'all, I see all of you coming in. I'm excited about you all being here to celebrate this just outstanding occasion that's happening. And we have another couple that's going to be joining us here shortly. They're on a different time zone, so they're getting situated and coming in very shortly, and we're excited to be able to honor them as well. But hello, Jenny. How are you over there?
Hello, Kim. How are you? I'm well.
Good. I'm so glad that you're here this evening and glad that people are going to get a chance to learn more about you and what you're going to be bringing to the world. How are you over there, Gwen?
We are good over here.
And she says we because her and her husband, he's right there off of
there. Yes, he is.
He may not be on the screen, but he was a part of everything all throughout the course of her journey and very supportive.
Yes, and so shout out to Elliot.
Yes. She's trying to get some, y'all see, this is what happens when somebody turns a graduation into a moment of, I'm gonna get my brownie points in regarding my baby. That's what she's doing over there. Listen, we're so glad that you all are here. Also, let us know where you're visiting in from as well, and we will acknowledge you. I see you. I see a lot of you guys. So just let's put some of your comments up. Congratulations, Pastor Angeline Hill says. And also congratulations, Lolita says as well. I see you all on Instagram. And go ahead and put your comments. Let us know where you're visiting in from so we can acknowledge you throughout this evening. Let me give you an idea of the flow of how things are going to happen this evening. You're going to hear a little bit about what's going on as we welcome you and invite you to tag your friends, family, coworkers. This is a program where people have gone through a training, and the training is offered to teach people how to formally start their own talk show from scratch. And the way that it's done is a universal training, and we're going to talk in more detail about how that works. But I want to make sure you know that it is a beautiful outcome whenever you have people like Jenny Dewberry and Gwen Cohen who are matriculated through the program and here to share their stories. So, Jenny, as we get started, I want people to just get a chance to hear a little bit about your backstory, who you are, what you already did in life to become who you are today. We aren't even talking about the show yet. We're just talking about Jenny Dewberry. First of all, that name alone is epic. So we're talking about Jenny Dewberry for a moment. Tell us who you are, please.
So my name is Jenny Dewberry, but I am a mother. I am a grandmother. I'm a sister to three sisters and a brother. My journey to not only this show, but to my current profession came about when I was a hairstylist. So I was a hairstylist for over 20 years, I think it was. And life happened. I had a shift in my life, so I needed to change that path. And it led me into image consulting. And so that's what I have been doing since 2014. And it has been a journey, but one that I wouldn't change for anything in the world.
Wow. So when you say image consulting, what made you become passionate about it specifically? What was it that triggered it for you?
Well, I wasn't passionate about it initially because I didn't know what it was. But I've always had a passion to pour into women and young girls. Okay. And so that passion was there. And as I did hair, I realized that if I could make women feel this great, you know what I mean, and make them feel valued just by doing their hair, imagine what I could do if I can pour down into them, and enhance their image from the inside out, right? So it's important that our inner image is aligned with our outer selves, so that way we are showing up confidently as who we are, and we're embracing ourselves, flaws and all.
Flaws and all. Why would you say flaws and all? Because that's something that when people think about image and beauty and consulting in that capacity, everything has to be pristine, perfect, flawless, and so forth. I see you back there. Meet the Godfreys. I'm gonna pull you in too. Okay. Yeah. So people, when you think about image, it needs to be exactly projected the right way. But you're saying something completely opposite. Tell us your theory on that.
Well, initially that was my thought. Everything had to be perfect. Everything had to be just right. And then I learned about authenticity, and then how we can embrace the flaws. That's what makes us who we are. Our stories are what makes us who we are, and that's what draws people to us. And so imperfections are necessary. It's necessary that we show that to the people around us, so that they can know that perhaps though they've been through something, or though they may not be beautiful aesthetically, to them.
Right.
Our flaws are important. They are important pieces of our lives. So we need to, like I said, embrace them, show them, be proud of them, because some of them are war scars. You know what I mean? So
some of them are war scars. Okay, this is some good stuff. You already doing a show right now, just so you know. I mean, do you all agree? Her contemporaries of you're dropping knowledge, Jenny Dewberry. I had no idea you were even going to be talking about this, so I can't pre-script anything because I'm just telling you to tell your backstory. And here I'm learning that it's important to be authentic. It's important to embrace your flaws. It's important to know that beauty is coming from the inside out. This is, when did you realize that you had beauty, both inside and out? I could say from the outside, because you are beautiful. But
my daddy, he always told me and my sisters, how beautiful we were. So that has set with me since I was a little girl. I've never thought that I was anything but beautiful, not on the outside, but on the inside. I knew that, God had given me something special. And whether others could see that or not, it didn't matter, because I knew what I was taught, and the value that I bring to any situation that I'm in.
Go ahead, come through. Value that you bring. Somebody type that in the comment section. The value that she brings in any situation that she's in. And I definitely got to tag the church people to tell them y'all got to watch Jenny Dewberry. Wait a minute, I don't know what I did. I'm over here doing the most, trying to make sure I tell some of the church people, because Jenny Dewberry go to our church, Promise Fellowship Church, and we do not take any of our saints for granted. So I just want you to know we appreciate Jenny Dewberry over there. Let's see. There we go. All right, I got it going. Anything else you wanted us to know, Jenny, just about your backstory, so people get a chance to hear from you before we go into the show?
Career-wise, I just said I'm an image consultant and brand strategist. I work with women in leadership, entrepreneurs, and organizations in those areas to help them enhance their image, define their impact, and ultimately increase their bottom line. So that's what I do.
I'm glad. Everybody that's tuning in right now, we're glad you're here. And one of the things that I'll share, especially from an image perspective, I just recently had an incident, and you know about it, Jenny, and some of you may know about it on social media. Some may have seen me in the hospital. But even right now, like going live, I've been in just so much pain and had to go to the doctor today. And I was like, it's no human way possible I'm going to disappoint these graduates and not be here, no matter how you slice it. So bear with me if I look a little bit strained or not my best authentic looking. Beautiful stuff.
Beautiful.
You look gorgeous. You're gorgeous. You're gorgeous.
But anyway, so Jenny, thank you for sharing that information, because that gives us insight as to what's going to be coming later in today's episode, everybody. Now, I do want to transition and give Gwen Cohen a chance to speak and tell us who you are. And instead of me reading your bios and stuff, I think it's better to hear it from you all like this. So Gwen, talk to us and tell us who you are and what you bring to the world.
Oh, okay. Well, my name is Gwen Cohen. We are here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and my husband Elliot and I have to give a shout out to him because he is instrumental in everything that I do. And we are native Charlotteans. We were here before all of the stuff that everybody sees in Charlotte was here. We were here when there were cows everywhere, but I won't date myself. I am excited to be here. I will tell you this. I met Elliot in the third grade, and in the third grade, I told him I was going to marry him. So, hey, I knew then I was a prophet. I wasn't sure if I was a prophet, but I knew then I was speaking prophetic language. One of the things that I know that is in me is the ability to bring out the freedom in people that they need to discover who they really are and discover God's purpose for them. I love that Jenny talks about that and the image, but oftentimes we put on makeup, we put on beautiful clothes, right, but we really don't think very well of ourselves.
That's right.
And so what we do at Turning Pages, Transforming Lives, what we do is write books that help you begin to discover who you are. And I am excited about that. We have between us, Elliot and I, 40 plus years of ministry and marketplace experience. And so I've had the opportunity to be in the corporate sector. And I know what Jenny's talking about when she talks about image and what's so important. I was in the corporate sector when they wouldn't let you wear your hair like this. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And so wondering what our image was. What should I look like? How should I govern myself? How should I carry myself? And so, and then in ministry, coming into ministry as a woman in ministry, being a pace setter, trend setter in that space, and still wondering what my image was.
Right.
And I think so many times, Kim, Jenny, Godfreys, y'all know, someone will tell you who you are. Yeah. And if you're not clear on who you are, you'll believe what they said.
That's it.
And what they say may be well-meaning, but may not necessarily be who you are.
That's it.
So not everybody's telling you a lie. Not everybody's the devil telling you, but people will assign to you or ascribe to you a title, or they'll ascribe to you a position because it makes them feel comfortable or them feel good. Mm-hmm. And so what we do is write books that help you to discover who you really are. One of my latest releases is Till Your Own Soil, Uncovering What Lies Within. And that is really when the Lord said to me, I need you to till your own soil. You helped over here, you helped over there, but I gave you something in you, and I need you to bring that out of you. So that's
okay.
And I would love to share that kind of freedom with everybody. It's a freedom. I can't even describe how it feels to be okay with who you really are.
That's right.
No matter what anybody says, I tell people there's another spiritual gift, and I hope this does not offend anybody. It is the gift of I don't care. It doesn't mean that I'm not compassionate. It doesn't mean that I don't love you. It doesn't mean that I'm not here for you. But what it means is your opinion of me does not matter. What God intended for me to do is all that matters. And that's what we're going to do.
That right there is like a drop the mic moment, because if people can come to the realization that, first of all, for me anyway, this is just a temporary location. Right. This earth is temporary. And I'm going to put it where all of y'all can say anything that you want, because we're just having a conversation, everybody here. And the Godfreys are a part of the conversation. I know y'all on a different time zone. So glad y'all are here with us and glad that y'all are going to be here to graduate. Listen, if people can come to the realization that this is a temporary destination and that if we do what God is instructing us to do, then you're going to be all right, because that's the way he laid the foundation and laid everything out to say, just do what you're told. And if you do what you're told, it's going to work out the way I intended for it to work out in your life. And so I'm really grateful for your stance on life, not caring what anybody thinks, and not in a derogatory way, but in a respectful way.
And it took a minute to get there. It really, and I'm not going to tell people that this was a overnight, we like suddenlies in our church community. Suddenly this. Suddenly
I do like some suddenlies now. I did talk about
this
that.
Was not a suddenly. This was a process, and it was part of it was very painful to come to the realization that to recognize that when you come to a place where you realize you don't need the affirmation of the people that you thought you needed the affirmation from, it can be very painful because it causes separation. Sometimes there's isolation in that process. But once you come out of it on the other side, recognizing that everything that God intended for you to be is in you, and that you are accountable for it. From my faith base, your faith base, you're accountable for what he put in you. And I remember when the Lord told me the parable of the talents, for those that don't know it, there were people one that had 5, one that had 3, one that had 1, and the master left, and it was an investment. Mm-hmm. It was an investment that he had made into these servants. And when he came back, the one with 5 had 10, the one with 3 had 6, but the one with 1 had buried him. Well, I thought I was the one with 10. Because my conversation to the Lord was, I helped over here, I served over here, I served over there. And he said, no, you're the one with 1. Because what I gave you, you buried. And you're accountable for what I gave you. You're not accountable for where you've helped. Now, I'm not against us helping and serving. I think that's who we are, community. And I can say, I know the Godfreys do community. I know Jenny does community. We think about our community, certainly, and especially in times like this. But in order to help our community, you got to know who you are. Right. And you got to know what's inside of you. And you have to know what purpose you have so that you're not here, there, everywhere doing everything that somebody else wants you to do and has nothing to do with what you've been called to do, what you've been ordained to do, what you've been anointed to do. And so we believe that every book is a breakthrough, and we write books that help people break through, not a breakthrough of a house and a car, but break through the junk that's inside of us that causes us to think that we're not all who God has called us to be.
That's good. I wanted to put that book up, Till Your Own Soil, because this is one of her newest releases. Till your own soil. If we can focus on what God has given us to do and till our own ground, then we're going to be fruitful and we will multiply. And so thank you so much. And then I also wanted to put your hubby up there. Hello, Mr. Elliott.
I love him. I love him. I love him.
glad to have him in the background right there too. Okay, listen, let's take a moment to hear some of the backstory of the Godfreys. And right now we're just talking about who you all are as people, individuals, just giving people a chance to learn who you are. We're going to talk more about your show later in today's broadcast as well. I'm not even taking commercials because this is all about these graduates today. And so we're going to hear more from each of them. Go ahead. Meet the Godfreys. Dr. Kendell and Dr. Muriel Godfrey.
Yes. Who are we? Well, we are definitely the Godfreys, and we fought to be here, right? So a lot of us, the backstory is the fight that it takes to get to the platform where there is more fighting, but it's built on a platform of where you have been given the wisdom through life circumstances. So, I feel like Jenny and Gwen told a lot of the backstory, right? Because you talked about image, you talked about how you go out and you do for everybody else, right? But you got to till your own soil, right? And so with that being said, a little backdrop just personally, I went through that image type of situation, right? Where they talked about they talked about me because I wasn't what they wanted. And then I kind of tried to cater my image to look like what they wanted. Mm-hmm. And that led me into a wilderness. And then from there, into other situations that didn't really cater to me, but then left me in a place of even being lost. And then experience loss on top of being lost. Led into something that was like a whirlwind. I'm like, Lord, what is going on here? Okay. And he turns beauty into, and from ashes, he makes beauty, right? And so literally, I won't tell the whole story, but being in a place where I thought it was all done is where this man came in. And
oh Lord, here we go. Now y'all know I'm gonna pause you right there. Let me make it very clear. The whole training, they were in the same bubble the entire time. They never went into their own. We all have our own little separate cubes right here. Look, you can just get in your own little square. No, they were booed up the entire training, leaning on each other, feeding each other. I'm like, hello, we're here. So it was pretty amazing. Go ahead.
And that's part of what but we didn't even know that this was a part of it, right? We was just happy to get to a place where, we had each other, out of the backgrounds of the craziness, the broken relationships and all those other little things, right? To get to this beautiful place and be like, whoa, wait, this is really happening. This is for us. Okay. And we're enjoying it. And God said, no, this is ministry. This is an assignment.
Yes.
And then it's like, okay, well, what are we supposed to do? He like, be yourself. And it's like, we'll go out just being ourselves. And then people just like gravitate to us and we're being ourselves. And people are like, well, how y'all do this? How you do that? And then it was like, okay, wait a minute. Okay, I get it now. So you go back to the drawing table and you have that conversation where you literally tap into what ministry really is. How to take that love that you have, not just for yourselves, but for one another, literally expand it for the world, for those to help build. So literally taking the gift that God gave you and gifting it to others. And that is what we do. We take the love that God gave us and we show people the beauty in what they have when they think it's just all ruins. We literally speak life, right? We speak life into it because that's who God made us. And when we speak it, when God shows us something, we're going to speak it because they will see it, because God, he's not a man that he should lie. So that's why we stand on the word. The Godfreys is a faith-based ministry, right? And we're just out there bringing love, not only just love, agape love.
Agape love.
Yeah, so under the instructions of the Father, we out there spreading love, y'all know. And it took time to get here, so we want people to, what would you say?
I'm just here so I won't get fired. What the football player saying?
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's the perfect answer.
I know.
This is how we're able to work and able to just flow. You know what I mean? Because she's the one. She has the mouthpiece. I just, you know what I mean. I can talk a little bit, but a little bit, just a little bit.
We heard you talk.
I can talk a little bit, but I let the wife. She she knows how to speak adequately. I'm working on myself, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
He got it. It's being birthed, right? So that's so amazing that even now that we can see this and know that as we continue to go on, you'll see where God takes this, and you're like, hold on, I'm not giving up on what I got. I'm not giving up, and that speaks volumes. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter where you start, just start.
Start.
It doesn't matter where you start, just start.
Yes.
He said he's just working not to be fired, so he's doing pretty much whatever makes her happy. And so tell us too, from your perspective, Dr. Kendell, if you would just talk to us about a little bit about your background and your story.
Okay, well, so I'm an artist. I'm an entrepreneur. So, but I'm my heart and my passion is music, and I want to say entertainment in a sense. I'm more so I want to say an introvert, but I'm an extroverted introvert, if that makes sense. I love people, but I could be by myself at any given time, just to get my mind together before I say it starts inside before I can be able to spread to the outside or be able to expand. You know what I mean? So if I don't have myself together, if I'm not at 100%, I have no percentage to give anybody. You know what I mean? I have nothing to give. So I have to make sure that and that's with, like I said, meet the Godfreys. It starts within, and then once we have everything situated and we're able to share and spread and get the knowledge out there, then that's what we do. You know what I mean? But so for me, like this is I want to say I don't want to say new because I'm used to like performing and doing things like that, but it's a personal experience. So where I would normally write lyrics and get in the studio and speak them, and you probably wouldn't never have to see me, but hear the song This one is one where you're literally talking, you're literally watching me speak my piece right here. You know what I mean? Live. You know what I mean? It's not scripted.
Right. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit too. It's not scripted, but we're gonna learn the format and everything of your show. So that's good.
And it works out because a lot of the music that I write or that I perform, it's not scripted. I'm not literally. I haven't written down in a book or a tablet, or it's just straight off the top. You know what I mean? It's a process, but I've been doing it for so long that it becomes natural. You know what I mean? And so it's sort of like what we're doing right now. It becomes a conversation to the mic. You know what I mean? I'm spilling out whatever it's just coming up right then and there, and the feeling and at the heat of the moment. And so it works well because that translate back to this. You know what I mean? It helps out a lot. So a little bit of my background. That's just I want to say I'm sort of new to this, but I'm not new to the where it started, so to speak. You know what I mean? Where it stemmed from. So I love it though. I love it. And I'm doing it with my wife, and soon with our kids, we're gonna be expanding the show and making it getting them more active within it. So so it's amazing. It's a journey, but I'm along for the ride.
There's a stretching going on.
And I gotta drive, so
I'm trying to think of everybody that know y'all, because there's so many different people that would be wanting to be here to celebrate y'all. So I'm tagging different ones. Listen, tell how you two met briefly as well, and then we're gonna go and I'm gonna go to the next phase.
Okay, so you want me to tell her, or you gonna tell her?
No, you say it.
Oh,
okay.
Get a room already. Come on.
So listen, y'all, let me tell you.
Godfrey. I love him.
I was in a place where it was like, and ladies, I'm gonna speak a little life right here, because y'all know the Lord allows me to flow prophetically when I'm telling any story, right? And so I want y'all to know that when I'm speaking this, that there's life in this for those who receive this. I was in a place, and it was like, to me, it was dark. Out of those 365 days, I'll say that I cried at least 300 during this period of time, and I was healing. And I was talking to God, and I was doing all the stuff that He told me to do, and boom, okay, I'm just believing. I go to church one day, right? Because church, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this thing the way they say do. You go to church,
right.
Take the word home, you read it, and you take it through the. So I'm doing that, y'all. Wow. I don't care who came in the church, no matter what went on, I'm focused on the word, the Lord, the word, the pastor. He bringing the word. That's what I'm focused on.
Okay.
One day we don't have a drummer.
Wait. You people probably missed that. One day you didn't have a drummer?
A drummer.
Oh.
We didn't have a drummer, the band that played the drums. And this band came in here to play the drums. Now, no matter what the preacher was preaching about, my eyes kept gravitating to the drum. And I'm like, man, what's going on with me? Hold on. What did he say?
You couldn't focus on the word?
I could not focus. So, church in, and then Bible study come up, y'all. Now, in Bible study, they ready to kick out Bible study like nothing ever happened. I can't be nobody but myself. So I was like, hold on, we can't start Bible study yet. Can nobody act like y'all ain't see that fast specimen of a man come in here and play them drums? They say, who, Sister Dewberry's son? Sister Dewberry's son. Now, listen, let me tell y'all, Mama Dewberry, we've been knowing each other for years, okay? Me, her, and my mama would go around to the churches with the pastor, going everywhere together. What, Sister D, you got a son that look like that? I'm single and ready to mingle with you. You ain't said nothing. Baby, so I told her, tell your son I said hi. Like how y'all do it right now. I'm telling her, tell her, say hi. She laughed. So we have Friends and Family Day. Because I'm steady, sending messages. She ain't never come back and tell me that he said hi too. So he talked on Friends and Family Day. I said, forget it, I'm going to tell him myself.
Okay.
I said, your mama ain't tell you I said hi? And he was like, yeah, she told me. He was laughing or whatever the case may be. So we began this friendship, right? And life was life, and we began this friendship. He loved music, like he said. Now, I love poetry. So I write poetry and do all these things. So I invited him to an open mic. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm like, you should come out to open mic or whatever the case may be. He ain't never come, y'all, but that's okay. However,
I was shy.
He came to something because he right there in that bubble with you.
Because that friendship turned into something beautiful, and I didn't even know that it was going to happen that way. On August the 4th, 2017, my mother passed away, and he called me. Now my cousin is there, and she had just lost her mother that October year prior, so she's there, and she's like, "Cuz, telephone." She give me the phone, and it's him. He says, "Hey, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I'm on my way. If you want to cry, you could cry. If we want to talk, we could talk. Whatever you want to do, I'm on my way." And he came, and he never left. And
that
one
is
day,
such a touching story. He came to support you, and he never left.
He never left, y'all. Like, I'm one of the we doing business together, you know, just friendship. I'm not even thinking along that path, you know what I mean? And we doing business together, and one of our business partners was like, "Y'all should be more than just business partners. Y'all should be life partners." And he was like, "I ain't got no problem with that." And I'm like, "Huh? Like, wait a minute, what?"
So they were prophesying to y'all too. That's a good thing.
Shifted. And so yeah, it shifted, and then it kept shifting into a higher gear, all the way up to the point where a woman wound up calling my job, and she was like, "I'm a prophet." This was 2019, and God told me, "Why you know," she prophesied, she laid it down. There was some correction came with that word. Right. She said, God said, "Why you living with your husband and you ain't married?" I was like, "Oh, wait a minute." So I come home. I'm like, "Well, what you want me to do? I can't ask him to marry me. You know what you do."
Right. You're like, I don't know what needs to happen here, but it needs to be somebody asking somebody.
Okay. So I went home to tell him, and he told me he was indifferent. And so from that, I went back to God, and I'm like, "God, look, I did what you told me. I don't know what else you want me to do." And he literally worked that thing to when the pandemic came and the world was in chaos, the peace came to the Godfreys household. And he brought us together. God said, "Move now." We moved in obedience. And then from there, he birthed Meet the Godfreys. He said, "Get out there and tell the story, because there's a tax on marriages. There's a tax on that covenant. And I have put some amazing people together. And I want them to stay together. I want them to know that they can get through anything. I want them to know that as long as they stick together and keep me first, there's nothing that's stopping them."
Yeah.
Literally, we are the witnesses to that testimony. Yep. That's how we are Meet the Godfreys.
We was birthed out of chaos.
Birthed out of chaos. Okay. Birthed out of chaos. Let's see.
That's Genesis 1, though. That's Genesis 1.
Woo!
So let's talk about what was birthed. Here you go. This is the beautiful tribe of the Godfreys.
Yes, that's Mama Dewberry right there, and the leprechaun right there. Yeah, she was the one who was holding back.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Right here in the Scarface shirt, that's our oldest. And then our son, we have 4 2025 graduates this year. We're missing one son in this picture, but he's in another picture that I sent. But these are 5 of our 6.
And then I see this picture.
Yeah.
That's what's keeping the love alive right there. You see what our hand is? What about that one too?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. That was her birthday celebration.
Oh my God, guys. I was going to celebrate my birthday. I came and fell with the flu. I had the flu. I was sick. Like literally, I didn't know what was happening. I promise y'all, it was really, really bad. And on this particular day, he threw me a surprise birthday party and gifted me the painting of me and my mother. I cried like a baby.
Of course. And you said there's another picture somewhere that you had sent?
Yes, it's of it has Kendell and our other son on his graduation day.
Okay, I gotta go back and get that one. But in the meantime, I'll make sure I go back. Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay. But I'll go back and get that. But in the meantime, I do want to pop a picture up as well, because we have. So thank y'all for sharing your backstory. And that was so incredibly helpful for us to learn more about you all. And I think, is this, I don't have my glasses. I don't know why. I do not know why I'm over here squinting, but you know what? I've been in so much pain. I don't even know how to explain to you, but God know everything. That's what I'll say.
It's so fashionable that I don't even look like reading glasses.
I just want to put this picture up. Some people that's near and dear to one of our new hosts here. Tell us about this crew.
No thing.
Go ahead.
That's my son and my daughter, Ariana and Anthony. I call him Tony. And I have 4 grandchildren from my son. So yeah, but I don't have any pictures available of them. But yeah.
Well, I am excited that, and not everybody be putting their grandkids on social media. They be like, no, that's off limits. That's Jenny trying to be over there in her professional image connection mode. She like, don't ask for grandkids. No, I got grandkids. Tell us about your grandkids, Jenny.
So they are 8, 10, 13, and 17. Yeah.
First of all, I did not even know. Now, why do we go to the same church? I didn't know all of it.
They're in Ohio. So you'll get to meet them this summer because they'll be here with me for some weeks.
We're gonna put them to work too. They might as well get their minds right.
Whatever needs to be done.
And let me go back over here. Is this the picture that has your son in it?
It's
Mari's right there next to me.
Yep.
In the back with the that's about 2 years ago, I want to say.
That was this year for the basketball season. Our daughter plays basketball.
Dang, I don't understand like it.
That's our pastor.
And then Miss, tell us this.
This is our book that's coming, a book that is written off our love story that is dropping this summer. It's a novel, but it's based on a true love story, and it's got a lot of gems in it. Literally guided the pen. So it's coming, and we're excited about it. And yeah, it's when God wrote us, based on a true love story.
And I don't know who those people is in the background. She ain't put us in this.
You said, well, yeah.
I don't know who them 2 people is. I told her to put us, and she gonna put that.
That's funny. Y'all are hilarious.
It's gonna be dope though, because it's like a novel. You know what I mean? It's definitely based off. We want to make that stuff.
We're gonna take a month.
No, go ahead. So
no, go ahead, Gwen.
I got a question too, because I wanted to know, how long have you all been married?
This makes 5 years this year.
5 years.
Oh, awesome!
Congratulations!
Listen,
there are some studio audience comments, and I don't want us to go too far in the episode without giving a chance to know that these are comments that's coming in just for everybody that's tuning in right now. I want y'all to know that today is the graduation for these 4 graduates who participated in a program called How to Start Your Own Show from Scratch. And so we have here Gwen Cohen, and we have Jenny Dewberry, Dr. Kendell, and Dr. Muriel Godfrey. And so please put your congratulatory comments in the comment section. We're going to be putting them up in a few minutes, a whole flood of flash rounds. So make sure that you put all of your comments in. And I do want you to know that you can participate in our next group training. And I'm going to put a different email here because I'd rather you send it here. So I want you to know that you can actually, wait a minute, I'll type that for you for a second. Minutes, a whole flood. All right. So here's what I want y'all to do. If you're interested in starting your own show from scratch, then send me an email at kimjacobshow@gmail.com, or you can also text 704-962-7161. And it's a 6-week training. The training, I say 6 weeks, but really it could go 8 weeks because I don't let your hand go unless I really feel like you're ready to do it. And we'll talk about that in a second. But it's a 6-week training. And each week we learn a different component that helps your show be universal. So your show will end up being an audio version, a video version, and then a network ready opportunity to connect with one of our contacts, which is with CTR Media Network. If your show is deemed appropriate, then you'll be able to have it be on Roku as well under a contract with CTR Media Network. And that's under the direction of Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, by the way. And so the Kim Jacobs Show We are now streaming on Roku and lots of other places, over 140 countries as well, thanks to CTR Media Networks. I'd like to give a shout out, especially when I've become a part of that CTR Media Network family. And there are others as well that are phenomenal programs, Believe in Your Dreams and other programs as well. So we'll connect you with the right source, but Dr. Tina J. Ramsey got me over there, and I'm so grateful. Thank you, Dr. Tina J. Ramsey. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I know we're on the show, but I want to take a moment and thank you. I think all of us
you
are awesome. You are amazing. I posted on Facebook, a powerful, powerful media person. I call you a media mogul. I just think that's what you are. So I just wanted to take a minute and say thank you for taking the time to train us and to open this platform to us, because everybody doesn't want to open a platform to you. Everybody doesn't want you to be a part of what they're doing, and you're doing it so generously, and it means so much. It does.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Thank you. And let me ask you, thank you. Do you recommend this training to other people? And what was your own personal experience with the training so that people can know for real what they can expect if they were to take the training?
Well, I'm not tech savvy, people. I
didn't mean to laugh. Sorry.
It should be user era. That should be what I should wear over my forehead. Or if you had the little block over top of you, you know, that little speaker block like you're in a cartoon, right? The bubble, right? It would be user era. That would be it. And so definitely what I really appreciated was the fact that Kim holds your hand and walks you through it. If you don't get it, she'll keep doing it until you get it. And it's not one of those, I'm impatient, you should have it by now.
Yeah.
And then the fact that she allows you continued access to her. It's one thing to do a program, and I've done many. It's another to be able to still have access to the training, because we forget stuff. And when you get my age, you forget your name some days, but that's a story for another day. So it is really, it is vital, first and foremost, that we get kingdom word out. And so for all of you that are out there that are afraid of the virtual space, that are afraid of Meta, that are afraid of AI, all of that, I need you to know that this is an opportunity to get the kingdom message out. There are a whole lot of messages that are going out, and we know what they are. But in the midst of all the chaos, if you have a kingdom voice, and this is something you need to invest in, because we need to be speaking kingdom language, because people are hurting and people are listening. And so I would recommend anyone take this. You got a kingdom message, a real kingdom message.
Yes.
A real kingdom message, a Muriel Godfrey kingdom message. Then you need a Jenny Dewberry kingdom message. And then you need to genuinely take this course. And then you need to use what you've learned and get the kingdom out there, because we don't know what's going to happen. And so the more of us that are talking kingdom, the more of us that are sharing Christ, the more of us that are letting you know Holy Spirit is alive and active, there'll be more of us that'll be free enough to be who God's created us to be.
Come on.
That's good. Jenny Dewberry, do you recommend the training? And if so, whether you recommend it or not, I want y'all to just say what your experience has been. So I'm not just putting you on the spot to say, tell everybody to take my course, but just what was your experience like, really, is what I want to know.
Yes, to answer your question, I do recommend the training. For me personally, I've been considering doing a podcast for years and had no idea how to start, where to start. And somewhat like Gwen, I can be a little technically challenged as well. So you know, the fact that you gave us every tool that we needed, you know, to be successful in this show, you know, even the backstage work with the StreamYard and things like that, just teaching us and walking us through how to do all the technical aspects of the show. Making sure that we understood, and if we didn't understood, like you mentioned, you didn't just leave us hanging. You made sure that we were clear on everything that we needed. And again, having that access, if we have a question, you're not untouchable. We can reach out and say, you know, hey, listen, I can't get, I don't know what to call this thing here yet, but I can't get that up. Whatever it is, you know, you've made it very interesting for us. You've ensure that when we leave you, we are full of the knowledge and and we have the tools that we need to succeed. And then the fact that, there are so many outlets that we can be associated with so that we can get the word out and that we can get our businesses out and things like that. And so from, showing up here to how to get the the guest on the show. So you're just giving us everything that we need. So I'm appreciative of that.
Wow. Well, I can't pay y'all this enough to say this. It sounds real good from the image consultant. But seriously, it's like if you hear from the image connection person, then you were like, this can be something right here. I better take this seriously. Okay, let me give you the opportunity to say what your experience was like as the Godfreys, and if you would recommend the program as well.
We definitely would recommend the program. It was an amazing experience because let me tell you how long we spent in the background trying to work. Taking the path. If you go back and look at some of our prior shows, we supposed to start
all over the place.
We didn't get on to about 10 because we was trying to work the StreamYard and trying to
didn't know what everything meant and didn't know nothing about backdrops. And you go look, you could tell you could look at the
growth.
The growth. That's the
Absolutely.
word. That's exactly the word. And development as well. So it was an amazing journey, and Kim definitely did a lot to help. Like this, I kind of basically turned it. You could literally see on our page, you could see the turnaround. You see probably like a few months of how it was when we first started. Then it'd be like maybe a pause, or maybe 2-3 months where we wasn't posting. Then we come back and boom, voila, we just like a whole new show. You know what I mean? And more topics and more things. It was just this was amazing. Yes, flow better. Yes, everything that we were doing before, it just basically just tripled and quadrupled on how we're working now. So it was just amazing, man. The experience was amazing. And the knowledge was just it was so fundamental. It helped out a lot for real.
Absolutely. And I thank you for your obedience. Oftentimes the part that people don't see is the warfare that comes from the one that's being obedient and bringing forth the vision in which God has told them to bring forth. And that warfare sometimes can be paralyzing. However, you're given the tools that you need to keep going. And your love and kindness with us to say, you know what, I got you. Come on, we're going to do some one-on-ones. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. It's it's your fruit. You tell a tree by the fruit it bears, and the fruit that is on you that you bear. I thank God for it, and I thank God for you, because this has been amazing. And anybody who literally comes and takes this training, not only are they coming in blessed, but they will leave blessed as well.
Real talk.
Wow. Y'all healed my pain that I feel like I'm getting healed right now. Seriously, when I finish, I'm gonna be going to bed. But this right here is just so inspiring, is what it is, to hear your heart, because we don't talk about this in the class. We're just doing the class. So I don't know really how you feel about the training at this level. And to take a moment and do that, hopefully it inspires everyone else that has a gift inside of you. And really what I really want to have happen is that the gift that's inside of you, it has to come out. It's not something that you can let lay dormant and bury it, because first of all, it's disappointing to God when we don't use our gifts. But then secondly, the entire world misses out, because it's only some specific gifts that God has trusted you with that he needs you to salt the earth. And in order to salt the earth, you got to get out of your comfort zone sometimes. And there are people that have graduated from our training program that are not extroverts. They're not ambiverts. They're introverts. And one of the main criteria when they took the training, they wanted to know would they have to change who they are as a person. And the answer is 100% no. Work within your gifting, who God created you to be, and it's going to be just perfect. So if you're interested in taking the training, I do want you to know that the next class starts, it starts quickly, and we take 5 students. The first 5 students, if the money is not I don't want to even say this. I want somebody else to say, please, and nobody in the class knows who paid how or anything like that. But is money a deterrent for you being able to take the class? I just want to hear a yes or a no from each of you.
No.
Not
at all.
I'm not going to let that be your obstacle. If you know that it's time for you to stop making excuses and start making results and get with the program. Les Brown endorses the program. If any of you know about Dr. Les Brown, he's an international motivational speaker. He's one of my mentors, a father figure to me, godfather to some of my kids. Anyway, the point is he recommends the program, and it's over on kimjacobsconsulting.com if you want to see the video. But step out of your comfort zone and just reach out to me and let's make this happen. And then the only other thing I'll say is that there are some pastors that really want to know how to work this platform, but you don't want to have a show. You're like, I don't need a talk show, but I just want to know how to work things smoothly. I also do a training exclusively for you all that would just tell you how to work all of the back office content and buttons and everything so that you're professional when you go live with your streaming of your church service. Okay. So you can still reach out to me for that. All right. Now we're getting ready to hear about your show, Gwen Cohen. Please tell us in a few minutes what people can expect, what the name of the show is, and when they can tune in. Tell us.
Well, I'm excited. The name of the show actually is Turning Pages, Transforming Lives. And our tagline is where every book is a breakthrough. And so what we will be featuring is authors and what soon to be authors. Those I'm looking forward to having the Godfreys on the show. When they drop their book. I'm excited about that. We have been blessed to be able to have authors that are on our team. I have been blessed to be able now to be 19 books in. And so we just want to offer a platform for you on Thursdays. And we'll announce the launch from 12 to 12:30, noontime, where you at your lunchtime, you don't have to sit in the break room. You don't have to sit out, where you don't want to be around a whole lot of people, but you can get an opportunity while you're eating your lunch during your work time to get elevated, to get motivated, to be empowered, to be transformed. And we believe in building legacy. So that you can do this through Turning Pages, Transforming Lives, Thursdays at noon. And you can do lunch with us. And I am excited because there are so many people that have such an amazing message, like Jenny, like Kim, like the Godfreys, and so on, that we've been able to meet. And we will have them on the show so that they can empower you and transform you. And again, help you build legacy. Turning Pages, Transforming Lives, where every book is a breakthrough.
Where every book is a breakthrough. You guys put some emojis, some comments. Will you be tuning in as soon as follow Gwen Cohen on all of her social media pages so that when she launches the show, you're going to be first to know, and it's going to be right there in her social media platforms. You don't want to miss the very first episode, and I'm sure I'll be sharing it as well. So just make sure you're ready to tune in for that. Okay, let's go over to you, Jenny Dewberry, and tell everybody the name of your show.
So the name of my show is The Image Connection.
Yes.
So we will be talking, myself and a host of expert guests, we'll be talking about all things image, branding, and a bit of entrepreneurship. I know that everything begins with a look. And so if we want to be successful, whether you're an individual, you're a small business owner, you're an organization, everything that you are doing has to be, we said earlier, perfection. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be aligned with who you say you are and the benefits that you offer to others. So the show is going to give some insightful tips and tools that the guests can, take away and use immediately to help them to amplify their presence, define their impact, and become the person that they truly want to be and seize the opportunities that are already awaiting them. So hope that they can join me every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern time and talk about it.
All right. I'm over here being y'all receptionist. I'm doing the most for you. I'm doing a bunch of back office stuff over here. Okay. And it's going to be 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right?
Every Wednesday.
All right, let's pop that up. Make sure you all make note of this and put in the comments section that you are going to be tuning into the Image Connection on Wednesdays. Did I spell that right? Wednesdays at 10 a.m. At 10 a.m. You're in for a tremendous treat. This woman is a woman of class, and she's very well put together. Every time I see her, I'm like, I would have never put that together. I just go get something messing with Jenny Dewberry. I need an image makeover myself. So thank you. Thank you,
Kim, for that.
All right, let's go with Meet the Godfreys. Talk to us.
Well, we are Meet the Godfreys, and we are on every Thursday at
8 o'clock.
Here we go.
PM.
Is that what Central Time?
Yeah, Central Time.
Central Standard Time.
Yes.
Guys, the time zone thing has been a thing for us, okay? But we here at Meet the Godfreys, we are literally like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. But one thing you're gonna get is love, okay? It'll be wrapped in love. Because we're here to help couples build and thrive as well as grow in love, right? Biblical principles, real life transparency, and spiritual wisdom.
That's good.
Yeah.
I love it. Helping couples thrive and grow in love. And build too.
And just be yourself. That's all. Just be who you called to be. We want to love on you just the way you are. We don't want to meet a fake representative.
Your secretary.
Because your secretary may never show up again, and then the next person show up. We like, who is that?
Like, what representation was that? So you want couples to just come in and be their authentic selves and just be able to build, thrive, and grow in love.
How you put a love, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
If you're trying to put up a front for something that don't last long, first and foremost.
It's not.
And secondly, like, we to know me and to know us is to love us.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
that help to love you guys.
Yeah,
we love you
thank
too.
You. We love you too, Kim.
And we know that even though we don't look like what we've been through, we didn't go through what we went through for no reason, right? Yeah. We're here it's to help somebody else, right? You'll be amazed. We ain't gonna tell him unless he say, hey, this is the one you're supposed to tell it to. But we are literally just here to help each other grow. What's your saying, baby? How you say it?
Use me, don't misuse me.
Use me, don't misuse me.
We got the best sayings in the world. Use me, don't misuse me.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are we good for? If I can't help you, you can't help me. You can't use me, I can't use you. We don't even need to be
What
around.
Are we doing?
It's either useful or useless. You know what I mean? I don't want to be useless. So
we want to help the kingdom grow.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna take a moment right now and go through a whole bunch of these audience comments, and then I have one final presentation, and we will be getting off. So everybody just stay tight. We'll be off by no later than in 15 minutes. I'm not going to time stamp this because then I'm going to replay it during an earlier day time, and people will be like, why she keep saying a certain time? Anyway, Karshina says it's all for a purpose.
Yes.
And you know what? I want y'all to help co-host with me right now. Jenny, read a couple of these comments, please.
Okay. Terry Bell said, Kingdom blessings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Davis Higgins, we love y'all.
Yeah.
And Tamika J. Dye, congratulations to all. Meet the Godfreys. Let's go.
Let's go. They're going to be there. Okay, Meet the Godfreys. Read a couple of them.
Davis Higgins.
Yes.
Come on. Donna Dye. Gwen is so amazing.
And I'm thankful to be on her team. Yes. Alvita Higgins, congratulations.
Yes.
Alvita Higgins, I love that. Yes.
They comment on stuff y'all been saying the whole show.
Anna L. Brothers.
Congratulations.
Listen, if y'all have not tuned into Anna L. Brothers' show, she is a senior lady and she has sweet blessings. She has jewelry and desserts and different things that she highlights. She's a part of the CTR media family as well. So thank you, Anna L. Brothers, for being here today as support.
Thank you, Anna.
Y'all please go check her podcast out. All right.
Leela Smith, congratulations.
Yes.
All right, Gwen, take over.
Shantavia Patterson says congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Jean Coleman says, amen. Congratulations, woman of God.
See, I told y'all, Gwen's voice is the voice I always envisioned. I thought I would be like this. Hello, everyone, and welcome. But that's not what my voice sounds like. Hello.
It's soon. I can listen
voice.
I've had this voice since I was 3.
I love that voice. Go ahead.
Clarice Searles, Prophet Clarice Searles. She's on our team as well. The Kingdom Message.
Awesome.
Evangelist Clara Lofton Walton, replaying God Bless You All.
Yes. Now, and Evangelist Walton, she is a prophetess that literally everything that God has put in her to say, it has come to pass, period. So a true woman of God and prophetic woman of God. I'm glad to have you here, Evangelist Walton. She just celebrated a birthday as well.
Hey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Saskia Christian Johnson, huge congratulations to all graduates. Awesome work.
Yes, Saskia is one of our graduates from How to Start Your Show from Scratch. Her program is wonderful. Make sure you all check it out. She deals with a lot of corporate executive women. All right.
Davis Higgins says congratulations with a whole lot of emojis. Kat Reese, congratulations.
All right, let's go to you again over there, Jenny Dewberry.
Okay. Gaming with King Ken J.
That's our son.
Babies, they're like, look here, you better put my. They like, you better not get off that show without putting my name in my
He bust in the room. He bust in the room and say, "I was just checking on y'all. Y'all okay?
Yeah.
That's why we look like this."
Congratulations to his parents and all of us. And then Donna Dye, I'm so excited for each of you. Thank you, Donna. Tamika J. Dye, congratulations.
Thank you.
And
KJ.
KJ trying to get some brownie points. He said, I don't know about all them other kids y'all got, but the ones that came up in here is gaming with King KJ. He's like, I represented the family. Go ahead.
Just an emoji from Tamika J.
Yeah.
And Bree Summer. Oh, that's my niece. Congratulations.
Yes. So awesome. Let's see.
Right.
Somebody's child said, hey,
that's my niece.
Okay, Tamika said some emojis and congratulations. Bree said, let's see, it's a bunch. Y'all got a lot of comments over here. I'm trying to honor all of them. Hey, auntie. Let's see who else says something. All right. I see laughter and all kind of emojis. Okay, we're gonna get ready to go to here. Won't he do it? Nashonda said. Team Godfrey. David's like, hey, we Team Godfrey. Yes to the Godfreys. Yes. I see all of your yeses. I see all of your major. Nashonda said blessings. Brianna said my faves. Amen. Prophet Gwen. Clarissa said amen. All right. I saw a lot of comments, y'all. I hope I did not overlook anybody's comments. We'll just keep flashing them up throughout the broadcast here, but we're getting ready to come to a close. And I just want to say here, I love the gift of I don't care. That's what Pastor Angeline said. I love the gift of I don't care. Where'd I go? There we go. All right. It's been so many comments flooding in.
With us.
We're praying for you. Healing is your portion. Oh, that's right for me. Healing is 100% my portion. I'm already healed, and I believe it in my whole heart. In Jesus' name, I claim nothing but healing by His stripes, because that's what we can do. We can trust and believe the report of the Lord.
Clarice Searles, she's on our team. So,
who is that?
Prophet Clarice Searles. She's on our team.
Oh, praise God. Congrats. Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, I was telling y'all about with CTR Media Network. She said, congratulations to you. We're already scoping y'all out.
Thank you.
We're ready.
They ready, Dr. Tina J. Okay. Lalita says, read that, Gwen.
Team member of the Prophet's Voice. Congratulations, Elder Gwen Cohen, founder of the Prophet's Voice. That is our parent company. And turning lives is out.
Right. Clarice said, congratulations, everyone. Oh, and that's right. Pastor Angeline Hill is also a graduate. Her and Pastor Perry Hill. Y'all make sure you tune into their show. They are telling people to take the mask off, come in, no judgment zone. It is a beautiful time, a husband and a wife sharing impartation with people in the communities. So congratulations. Keita says congratulations. Auntie, whose niece is that?
That's my niece.
All right. Congratulations, ladies. Congratulations, graduates. Over on Instagram, there were all kind of comments. I see you, Lady J. I see you, Lady Justine Hilliard. Be effective. I see all of you guys. Okay. Mm-hmm. Woo, Lord, we done did the most on this episode, right? How do y'all feel?
Feel accomplished.
Yeah.
You feel accomplished.
Knowledgeable.
Okay. I also feel the weight.
You feel what?
I feel the weight.
Yeah.
The weight. When I talk about the weight of it, the now, the weight of it, it is now the moment you have to move in what God said. And so there's a weight to it. And but what I'm hearing Holy Spirit say is it's a weight, but don't worry about the warfare. I got you. So we got to go forward.
I'm so proud of each. When I say that I'm personally, I want y'all to see my eyes on this, that I'm so godly grateful and personally thankful that you all allowed me to serve you in this capacity. I do not take it for granted, and it's something that you could have chosen any program that you desired to be a part of, but you chose to be a part of this program, and I thank you for that very much from the bottom of my heart. And you all are incredible students. Y'all were a fun bunch. You made we turned up at our age, whatever turn up looks like.
Yeah, that's it.
Turn up is like go to bed soon.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna turn in.
Turned in, right? We turned up and turned in. And as I get ready to offer the final piece, I do want to give people the opportunity, because sometimes people say, well, I would love to partner with your show, Kim, but I didn't even know how. You never even told me how to do that. So I do want to put it in the comment section for you. If you'd like to become a partner and support our broadcast as we bring balance to the world, one household at a time, this is the way. I'm going to put it in a static image. Remember, we did that in training. So I'm going to pop it up. Yeah. Give everybody a chance to know the different ways that you can support us. You can do it through PayPal, paypal.me/Kim Jacobs Inc. You can do it through Venmo at the Kim Jacobs Show. You can even become a Patreon member, which is some behind the scenes stuff that we don't put on the public platforms, but you get the lowdown, okay? And Zelle or Apple Cash to 704-962-7161. Now, you all in the class may wonder, why am I reading it? It's because I'm also streaming on the audio platforms. Yeah. So on iHeartRadio and SoundCloud, all of those, Deezer and Amazon Music. So they don't see the broadcast. That's why we do that. And that's why y'all should do that too. Yes. Did you just learn something new?
Yes. Always learning. It's never a dull moment in here.
Well, make sure you show your support to our broadcast, and please put it over in whatever format you want to support us. And no dollar amount is too small, and no dollar amount is too large, because there are some people that say, you know what, I just want to really, really be a blessing to this platform, and we greatly appreciate it. Okay, so I've already showed you how you can become a part of the next training. The first 5 students, so the 5 that we take, you all didn't know each other prior to taking this class, did you?
No.
But now you know each other for what? Probably for life.
Yes.
So you do form friendships.
Yes.
And wonderful bonds in this program. Yes. Okay, and I told you we're going to get off here at 8:15. I mean, I just said I wasn't going to say that. Or so I should say, whatever time you're watching it, just enjoy the program. Time stamped it. All right. So let me go here and do one presentation that I want to do, and we're going to get ready to call it a night and turn up or turn in. All right. Okay. Hear this? That's your graduation music. I couldn't play the real song because it's copyrighted. Oh, this is our version.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let me present to you all today the following certificates of completion. And again, put your comments over there as we close out soon. I want to present this certificate of completion. The Kim Jacobs online course, How to Start Your Own Virtual Show from Scratch. This certificate is presented to Gwen Cohen on June 17th, 2025. Congratulations to you, Gwen.
Thank you.
Y'all flood the comment section. Hashtag turning pages, transforming lives. Hashtag it and make sure y'all support Gwen Cohen. Let me go ahead over to Jenny Dewberry.
Jenny.
Jenny Dewberry, this is your certificate of completion for How to Start Your Own Virtual Show from Scratch. This certificate is presented to Jenny Dewberry on June 17th, 2025. Congratulations. I see all kind of comments. I see your Kari. I see you all putting pictures and everything. So thank you all so much. And look at them in the same bubble, y'all.
Hey.
You cannot even get their certificates separated. Okay. This certificate of completion is presented to none other than Dr. Kendell and Dr. Muriel Godfrey. Meet the Godfreys. And make sure you all hashtag Meet the Godfreys over there. Is presented June 17th, 2025. Thank you all. And make sure you hashtag the image connection. Hashtag it, y'all. The image connection. Tell me in the comment section, are you going to be tuning in to these new shows that are being presented to the world and spreading the word around the world that you can meet the Godfreys, you can learn about your image connection, and you can turn pages by transforming your life?
Yes.
It's all inclusive, y'all. So there you have it. Any closing comment? Let me get a closing comment from you, Gwen Cohen, please.
Closing comment. I just appreciate all of you. I look forward to us being connected. Got to do a shout out though to my daughter Shavana, my son George, to my grandchildren James, Anthony, Yamina, little George, and my great granddaughter Gigi's adorable Adora. So
and Ray and all the boys in front of 7-Eleven.
Shout out to them.
You gotta give a shout out to them because they're so special to you. And I saw how they cling on to you when you were doing some of the trainings. They love you and adore you, and just they just grow as a result of being connected to you as their Gigi or their grandma. Jenny, say a closing comment.
So just want to say I'm appreciative of you and your time. Thanks for training me and us for this show. And to the other graduates here, I'm so glad that I got to meet you all. You're just beautiful people. And hopefully I know that we will continue to be connected. And I want to thank my family and my friends, especially my family that has supported me, not only here, but in everything that I do. They lift me up when I am weary, you know what I mean? They stand behind me and encourage me, and they've been some of my biggest supporters and cheerleaders. So I just want to thank them as well.
I love it. I love all of this. Okay, closing comment from you, Godfreys. I'm trying to put all these comments in. Go ahead.
First off, I want to thank God. Without Him just giving us the vision, the vision and the mind frame and the health to even be able to get up and want to do the will and all that, to be able to continue out, because this is not easy. You know what I mean? We don't want to make it seem like it's just like it takes work, and you have to work it. So like I really appreciate what Kim has done for us. You know what I mean? And really showed us more than what we already had. You know what I mean? So this is just a stepping stone and a great thing that we just experienced in doing. And so we will continue. And I really want to thank all the other graduates for just being transparent and showing who, you know what I mean? Like it's like I say, this is not easy. You know what I mean? It's not one of those things where you can just get up and say, hey, I'm get on live, and just you have to kind of prepare. And once you're set and situated, then things start rolling and things start forming. You know what I mean? So this was an amazing journey, and I just appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Excellent.
I didn't want to cry, right, y'all, because I'm so appreciative. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful, right? For everything, right? For everything. For you, Kim, for each and every Gwen, Jenny, everybody
and all our
who
viewers
showed
as
up,
well. Yeah,
everybody who showed up to support you, to support us. I'm so grateful because you didn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many other things that you could have done. And so I appreciate you. We appreciate you. We thank you and we love you. And like a closing comment to take with you is 2 Chronicles 20:17, right? And today was Tactical Tuesday. And you will not have to fight this battle, okay? Just take up your position and wait. You will see the Lord give you victory.
Yes.
People of Judah, do not hesitate or be afraid. Go out to battle and the Lord will be with you.
Yeah.
This whole experience, God was with us. And I thank God for being with us. And I love you guys. And anything that you do, do it in love. And meet us every Thursday at 8 o'clock on Meet the Godfreys, y'all.
Meet the Godfreys. Listen, thank you all so much. Elliot Cohen, he's like, I don't care about them being in that bubble over there by themselves, because I might not be in that bubble with my wife, but she better not click off of the show without seeing my
Yes.
That's Gwen Cohen's husband over there.
I want to say 32 years. 32 years.
32 years.
32
years of marriage. And guess who definitely hashtag turning pages, transforming lives. He typed a whole paragraph. He like, oh, baby.
And I'm in love with him as much as I was the first day we were together.
In third grade.
That's what's
yes.
Okay. Y'all, I just want to say I celebrate you. I love you all. Thank you all for tuning in, everyone, to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. It will be re-airing again. I'm going to put it on our 11 o'clock a.m. broadcast as a replay, because some people are used to that specific time. But thank you, and thank you for being here tonight. I love you all. And we're gonna get off this show right now. Y'all stay put in the backstage for 1 second. Love you all. Thank you in the studio audience. Stay put, y'all. Stay put. All right. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show, and for being in the virtual studio audience. Your presence truly does make a difference, and I look forward to you bringing your friends and family to join you in the virtual studio audience Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you, and make it a great day.